Welcome, everybody, to beautiful Miami and Hard Rock Stadium, site of this year's Capital One Orange Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 11 seed in this playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the number 3 seed in the playoff, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Aggies offense making their way on the field to open this game. I love being in Miami for the Orange Bowl. So much history and tradition. So many championships have been won in this game. But Kirk, they've been playing this since 1935. Can you tell me who won that first Orange Bowl?
You know what's funny is I actually asked the Sunshine Scooter, who's from Miami, just in case you might ask me that question, so I have an answer. Miami played the Bison of Bucknell, and Bucknell upset them. Talk about a team coming out of left field and pulling off an upset even back then. But who would have guessed how much this game in the college football world would change since then?
It's caught downfield. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Crosses the 10. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Aggies. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. That's a deep kickoff hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Wildcats offense out there for their first possession. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kurt, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Breaking free at the 35. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there, the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
And they're finally able to stop him. But great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there.
I love early in a game like this where you get the running back involved. You just get his hands on the football. Also, nice, easy screen. Gets the quarterback settled into the game. Nice, easy throw. And look at this. Ends up being a huge play.
They bring him down, but a solid gain there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll raise second and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Good enough for first down yardage.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Kansas State getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. The offense going with the hurry up. Makes a quick catch. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Receivers are bunched together. Handoff here from the shotgun. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6. Handoff from the shotgun. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Kansas State.
What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game. Oh, how about this call? They completely spread the defense out with this empty set. 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off, and they still get it done. Great timing by the quarterback and his receiver.
Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time. Looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Running back has it on a screen now. They finally get him down, but a solid gain in that screen pass. Good call there.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that previous play. Scanning the field, it's Sims. Dumps a short throw down to the running back. Defense surrounds him, just a short gain on that completion.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Tough spot. The offense has to convert the 3rd and long from the 30 to get this drive going. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. Touchdown, A&M. Strong game by this quarterback.
Chris, that's his 2nd touchdown of the day. You talk about getting off to a great start. He may have more in him.
The extra point makes the lead 6. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Wildcats offense back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Look him out throwing here to start the drive. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late.
It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
First and goal, handoff. He shows off the juking ability. There's not much room to run. It's a short game.
A pretty good push up front here by this offensive line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go. To settle for 3 here would be deflating. 3rd down and goal. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. He's running out of time here. Sacked. It's a loss back to the 6.
Nothing tells you more about a defense's personality than when they get tested like this. Facing a 1st and goal, all the way to 3rd and goal, you come up with a sack, relentless attitude. Now let's see what they decide to do on 4th and goal.
And that one's straight down the middle. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Kansas State offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. Defense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down.
You can see what the offense is trying to do here with this screenplay, but they avoid disaster by at least getting a few positive yards. The defense doing a great job of anticipating the screen here.
And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. The Wildcats come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, man, puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
This Kansas State offense is quickly moving down the field. They'll run it here. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Gonna run it. It's Walters. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big third down now for this offense. They're down early in the game with all the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. And as we break for the quarter, Kirk, it's Texas A&M on top. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Through one period, these teams are finding out that playoff games just feel different. Who can handle the nerves better as we head to the second? And the Wildcats are going to cash in this red zone trip. They're going to run it here. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another third down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
On third down, he drops to throw. He'll score here. Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run.
These are the type of plays that are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him tied up. They thought they were going to be able to get him to the ground on the pass rush, but they're unable to do so. So he gets away, picks up a big first down, and now this sets up a 1st and goal inside the 10.
Running up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense, surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Coming up, 2nd down and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this. They're able to...
They pressure him and get him on 4th down. There is a flag, but I think this sack is going to stand. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. The last possession, they moved it, but settled for a chip shot. So it's sort of an unsatisfying result. Looking to do more here. Snags the quick throw. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid game there.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
Gets into space at the 50. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
Going after, knocked right through. He'll return it from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to bring him down. Okay, the K-State offense is back out on the field now. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? From the shotgun, handoff inside. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball for 31.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
They stop it with a 47, but that's enough for a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Kansas State getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
What a huge collision. Blow delivered there by the linebacker. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
So it's 3rd and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
And bring him down, but the back able to pick up some decent yardage in that screen.
Chris, I love the versatility of this running back. We're seeing what he can do on full display on this drive. He's been running the football very well. This time, they get him the ball out of the backfield, catching it, and he gets another positive gain.
He'll hand it off. Looks like Kansas State will have the first down. That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. The back's got it. Brought down at the 3 after an excellent running play.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
The Wildcats line up with a 1st and goal. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why this team made it in college football play.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
Defense is coming after him. Makes the catch for the 2-point conversion as they continue to cut into this lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. Offense has been the story of this first half. Both offenses going up and down the field as the defenses search for answers. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. And the ball to the ground.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective.
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. Looking to pass. It's Sims. Close to the tight end. Oh, that one's picked off. Tackle made on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 37 now.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He's looking to scramble. Finding some room at the 25. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. Kansas State has moved into the red zone now. An inside give now from the shotgun. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Here's the 2nd down play. He'll hand it off. An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And it's caught in the end zone. They convert the 2-point try. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? Looking right, this one caught. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Good completion here by the offense. Good timing between the quarterback and his slot receiver. But I really like how this defense, sitting back in zone, is able to get to the football and not allow any yards after the catch.
And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kinds of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
That's a good job here, staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on 1st down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time. The big tight end will bring up a 2nd manageable here for this offense.
To throw, it's Sims. Short pass finds the tight end. Nobody can bring him down. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Eludes the rush. Junior steps up and makes an impact play. Time running down, just 1 play left here in the half. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. These games, they never disappoint, regardless the score. And this one was filled with excitement and big plays throughout that first half. And you know, in a day where the spread option and air raid are the offenses of choice, how nice is it to see the 3 yards and a cloud of dust approach? Although we've also seen some runs go for a lot longer. Physical offensive lines coupled with great backs is like a throwback to the olden days, and that's refreshing. That's it for us from our EA Sports Studios in Orlando. Let's head back to Chris and Kirk for the exciting conclusion of this one, where we'll find out who is moving on in the CFP.
The Aggies will kick this away to begin the second half. Returner looking to make a play here. Returner tackle right there. That's where they'll start the drive. And the Wildcats offense back out on the field. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much in this game at all. That ball carrier being tackled near the line of scrimmage. Maybe if this defense can make more plays like that in the second half, their team will be able to chip away at this lead.
And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, these are the kind of plays you have to make to be able to win the game in the second half. This back had a great first half and has gotten plenty of touches, so you've got to make sure this half is different than how things have gone so far.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
You know, Chris, this offense has had a big day today. That first half, they seemed to be moving the ball almost every time they had a possession. They were putting points up on the board. Now to start this third quarter, they don't convert here on third down. They have so much confidence. I would be shocked to see them still go for this here.
Pressure is coming. Under heavy pressure, takes a shot as he throws the ball. And it's intercepted as he threw it into heavy traffic that time. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Chris, if you're going to make that throw, that's called a two ball. That means it's got to be on a line. Here he puts it way up in the air and allows the defender to come over and make a play on the ball. Great job by the defense.
Receiver makes the grab. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
This defense has got to be aware of these quick throws to these wide receivers. They're lucky he didn't come up with more yards.
Back to pass. It's Sims. It's an out route, the catch made. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Tackled after the completion down at the 1 yard line.
I mean, how about this offense and this execution? That's 3 plays, 3 completions in the blink of an eye, and now it's first and goal.
And the Aggies looking to punch it in here. It's first and goal. Looking to the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Aggies.
Well, if you're going to give it to him, he's going to take it.
Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. And that review confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. Here's the point after attempt. Extra point puts him in front by 1. Here's the kickoff team now. He's set to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Kansas State offense is back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. There's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
Kansas State getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. The shotgun running play call.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field. Somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
They make the tackle, but he easily gets 1st down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the 1st down.
That gain makes it 2nd and medium. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
The shotgun handoff here. Tackle down at the 3-yard line after an excellent run.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. And the Wildcats come to the line to run the hurry-up. 2nd and goal, they hand it to him again. Touchdown, Kansas State. And they go in front here in the 2nd half. Well, they slow the game down with a long, winding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. You know, it's one thing to hit a receiver and you can score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving, that puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense, and man, did they make that look easy.
There's the snap, looking to throw the ball. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Hey, great job here by the defense on this conversion. Nice heads-up play to prevent the 2-point try.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Looking to pass. It's Sims. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a 1st down.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. The returner is brought down. It's a start for the next drive. And the first play of the drive now, the 25. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play. And it's Kansas State on top now, Kurt. And as we reach the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. As we head to the fourth, we could be in store for a classic finish. A spot in the next round of the college football playoff is at stake. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Here comes the handoff. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half versus this playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Boy, is this guy fun to watch or what? Here we are in the fourth quarter, critical down in distances, and this guy is just churning out yards the way he has most of this game, showing a lot of physicality and natural running instincts in space.
Looking to set up a screen pass here. And the tackle is made, not the big play that we're looking for, but a pretty solid gain.
Now the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive gain for the offense.
That completion makes it second and medium. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Boy, nice job here by the receiver to be able to pick up this first down. I guess the only thing he could have done better was stay in bounds. You got to stay in bounds to be able to keep that clock moving with the lead.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. On 1st and 10, look at the throw. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Now they'll empty the backfield on this two-point conversion. And he'll set up to throw. Tries to get it to the running back. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. The pocket breaking down. Oh, what a move. Goes right through the tackle. He's got room to run now.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Catch made on the left side. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Second down play coming up. No press here. The defense backing away. It's a quick grab. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? To the air. It's Sims. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. Defense makes the stop after the completion. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Hand it off for a draw. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. The Aggies looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Here comes a first down pass attempt. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
Hey, it's a nice game here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
Second down after the incompletion. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got him for a sack. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The ball is caught.
You know, it's 3rd down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like it.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and they cannot connect. Really needed that completion. Instead, it's a turnover on downs. Okay, the K-State offense is back out on the field now. First play of the drive now coming up on the 29. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Catch made on the right side. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. Offense goes to the pistol formation now. First down, looking to throw the ball. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. It's going to bring up second down. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. So second down after the incompletion. They'll use that running game trying to bleed the clock here. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, this is a... coming up here, and here's where that chess match comes to head. And for the defense, they desperately need to make a play if they believe they have any chance of coming back to win this game.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long for 42. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. He's going to take off here.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
4th down, looking to throw for it. And the pass is incomplete. A crucial misfire here late in the game. And the ball will turn over on downs. First down here for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Sims. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And they get him down after the completion. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Second down, we're going to throw it. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. So it's a first down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open. Completion makes it second down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Back to throw again. Looks to the left. Pass caught. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. We get to the line in a hurry here for this third down. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he will score. Touchdown, A&M.
Chris, they did what they had to do with this touchdown here. Now with under a minute to go, you got to get that onside kick to give yourself a real shot.
And the two-point try is successful, making this just a three-point lead. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the hands team able to make the crucial recovery. Wildcats offense back out on the field. Suddenly, this is a three-point game in the fourth quarter. Interesting to see how aggressive they get with play call. The Wildcats expect to be able to just run this clock out in the final minute for the W. And on the carry, he's heading left. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Ball handed off. The junior able to bring him down quickly. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So now it's 3rd and short on the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. Tackle made at the 26. Good enough for a first down.
Nice first down run here by this running back. And these are the kind of situations on 3rd and short that you can gain a lot of momentum, or it can kill a drive and kill the confidence of an offense. Here they pick up the nice first down, which is great. New set of downs. But it also gives you a lot of confidence that you can wear that defense down psychologically.
Here's the handoff. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up. And the offense will spend a timeout here with 20 seconds on the clock. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And there's the handoff. Forced out of bounds, just short of the end zone.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Now a timeout is called with just 10 seconds left to play. All right, it's 2nd down and goal now for this offense. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. That's another touchdown from this running back. They can't stop him. Dream performance in this playoff game.
Yeah, this is going to be a performance we're going to be talking about for a long time. I just love watching because he's doing it in so many different ways. We've seen speed. We've seen his physicality. He's breaking tackles. Boy, just an absolute dream scenario, as you said.
Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick.
Kansas State, 48. Texas A&M, 39.
Looks like the offense able to recover it there.
Hey, it's the 4th quarter here. They're trying to get that football back. I don't blame them. Unfortunately, they couldn't come up with it.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Dropping back. It's Sims. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. Important 2nd down play coming up. After The incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. He's going to take off. Catch made way downfield. That's going to help the stats a little bit, but won't make a difference in the outcome. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.